It's a beacon, and it's kind of a beacon of hope.
It's kind of like bringing you on home.
It's our icon, so it really is South Dakota State University. Charles Pugsley came to the campus in 1923 as the new president, and he did a lot for the school. He wanted to beautify the campus, which at that time was just the campus green. So Pugsley started to dress it up.
Pugsley oversaw construction of the Lincoln Memorial Library and the Coolidge Sylvan Theater, both dedicated in 1927. The theater, named in honor of the 30th President of the United States, Calvin Coolidge, the only sitting president to visit South Dakota State. These buildings provided the perfect backdrop for what is today one of the most significant landmarks in the state.
So he had the idea of a bell tower of some kind. He had no idea what it would be, and he didn't call it a campanile, he called it a bell tower. And they started to research that, and in 1928, 27 and 28, they came up with some drawings.
They had no idea how tall the structure would be, nor did they know the exact cost, although the original estimate was about $18,000. Few people had that kind of money at the time. But Charles Coughlin did, a 1909 graduate of South Dakota State College and Briggs & Stratton executive. Coughlin was approached by college professor H.B. Matthews to fund the project.
The prof took along the plans for the campanile and the $18,000 estimate and said, ask Charlie if he'd be interested. Yeah, he would be interested. Well, they came back and started developing more detailed plans with the architect. And the price kept going up a little and going up a little.
And each time, Pugsley would write to Coughlin asking for more money until the final bill reached $75,000.
And Charlie said, well, let's go. And that was kind of the bridge that Pugsley had been looking for between the community and the campus. It was a vertical bridge, but the sound was probably, it was kind of a sound bridge.
Every student from about 1929 on remembers that it's a focal point of the university. When they see it, they remember their times at the university.
Originally, there were 18 chimes housed in the campanile that would ring out tunes night and day, heard up to 15 miles away. The original small chimes keyboard is on display behind glass at the entrance. Tens of thousands of students since 1929 have climbed these stairs, all 173, to catch a glimpse of the world from 165 feet in the air.
At one time, because it was such a novelty, it was really a thrill to be able to climb. I mean, like I said, it was the highest point around, and people weren't in airplanes and didn't get in hot air balloons, but they would go to the top and they could see their houses, see around town.
Where else in this area 50, 60, 70 years ago could you get up kind of high and see the whole area from here? And it was just something you kind of came, and that was part of this kind of symbolism, this uplifting that occurred here when you came.
I do know that there have been proposals made either around the structure or at the top. One of the great traditions that used to happen was that the Hobo Day Committee, which is the organization that puts on our annual homecoming, at one time they would sleep at the top of the campanile on the eve of Hobo Day as a tradition that it was a neat tradition because some of them still talk about it, and I wished I'd have been there up on top of that structure on Hobo Day Eve just to feel it.
Yet, time can take a toll on even the most durable structures in South Dakota. And in 2000, the Alumni Association began a major fundraising effort to restore the Singin' Silo. At the time, V.J. Smith was the alumni director.
What happened was when we developed the plan to do the fundraising, we gave a price tag to the steps, to the bricks, to the windows, to the lights on the outside. And then at the top, the beacon, we just put down $50,000, wondering if someone out there would give $50,000.
As donations began to come in, VJ received a call from a woman named Constance Goodwillie.
I'd never heard of the woman, and in the conversation, she said, my dad built the campanile. And I still remember how I felt at that moment, because she talked about her being 10 years old and driving up here on her bicycle and looking up and seeing her dad way at the top. And so she was going through the prices, and she said, I think I'll take that thing at the top. That's exactly what she said. She didn't say, I'll take the light. She said, I think I'll take that thing at the top.
Constance Goodwillie passed away in 2009, but the structure her father built and the beacon perched at the top of Charles Coughlin's Campanile today serves as a state symbol for higher education, calling home South Dakotans from around the world.
This is a place that just opens the door for people to go to do almost anything they want or go anywhere they might like.
The visionaries who thought of that structure many, many years ago, I don't think they really realized what they were creating in terms of people looking at it and thinking that they're home when they see it. But it is home when people see it, and the fond memories that come from that.